Good afternoon, everyone. So playing around making hearts out of flowers. There's a good breeze at time, and I'm still out here in a t-shirt and feeling good. Gonna take my beer and walk around some. Wanted to specify no flowers were harmed in the making of this video. Those are the blooms that have shedded off and weren't frozen or frostbitten so bad that they were already brown and had lost their color. And who knows, I may get energetic tomorrow and come back and try to get a few of the pinks, but they don't do as well as the darker colors. And this was the last I had gotten, was a few off of this to finish the center. Not sure what all. Might could find a few of the pretty pinks there. Between them and a few of the others, I might could do a little something else to it tomorrow, but for today, it's interfering with my beer drinking. We're supposed to be back down in the 30s tonight. And my tree back in the back, this is an apple. And the one back on the back has got some buds pretty well out on it. Like I say, whenever I bought that, I bought it for what they called a pink, or excuse me, a blue. And I think it's more pink than blue. Which this is supposed to be, was bought as what was called a true white, but it's sure got a tone of pink to it also. I don't know if they actually have a true white camellia. I have never seen one. My mother had one that was kind of purple with orange stripes that I've tried to keep an eye out for years and never have come by it. But there are definitely some beautiful ones, and this is the one that's on my peppermint tree. But the blooms that are open so far are, as you can see, far from peppermint. One I grew from seed out there. As far as I could tell, whenever it had the blooms that it had, it all over will be peppermint, where this one there's just a branch here and a branch there that is peppermint. The daffodils are coming up good. The few that are up. Hope I have some nice flowers this year. One year it'll flower and others it won't. This little boxwood here came from Savannah, Georgia. My mother and stepfather gave me it when they were selling their place. And I just planted it here by the driveway. So it's been here going on 30 years now. And one of the longest living things that I planted on the land. They had given me figs at that time too, and the figs didn't make it. I had a hard time getting figs started on the place, and then once I did, I have them all over now and lots in the pots. Been working in the greenhouse a little from time to time, and I have finally taken the second pot of ginger apart, and the little goji berries have got new growth coming on them, and I, like so many things, like the apple out there, I think are starting out, because we're supposed to be back in the 30s tonight. But right now, talk about walking into a sauna. This feels nice. I can't actually see the thermometer around there, but I'm sure it's in the 90s. Some things are looking pretty good and some of them ain't. But that's, to me, just the way life is. Still have a bunch of little rosemaries around there. And the garlic chives has died back. All the green that's in the pot over there is just grass that needs cleaning out. My little sage back here has fared better. I need to take some cuttings and get some cuttings started for the spring of it. The pregnant onion has done well. Nice flowers. Like I say, I'm in the mood for another stir fry, so I'm going to take one of these green papayas and the little bell peppers back over here and do a stir fry before very long. The kratom have got a nice bit of growth on them, as do these papaya trees. I'm glad I decided to try to save them. The little soursap trees in here they had new growth on them, but not so much now. I think the cold weather has taken a toll, but we'll see how they spring back out during the summer. The dead tops there are some wild chrysanthemums. They'll live outside, but they had gotten in such bad shape with pine straw covering them and everything else that I wanted to rescue them, and I was able to share a few of those out, and I'm glad about that. The moringas in there are doing rather well, and I ain't decided yet. I don't know. I thought this might be wild lettuce, but then other people tell me it's not, so I'm kind of one of them that's a little scared to try something I'm not sure of. Potted up 14 pots of turmeric this year, and that's the only pot of ginger so far that I have actually gotten potted. I've got quite a bit to save, but then I still got like 2, 4, 6 pots of it that's got to be taken apart. And kratoms in here are, I think, doing rather nicely. I've just had a problem with my little cuttings in there. There's still a couple of them that's in the box that's alive, I think, but I repotted the 4, and since I repotted them, I don't know, I guess I got root rot into one that I know is pretty much dead. The stem is brown and it's kind of fell over. These jackfruit and the avocado have just really shot up big. Some of the lemongrass out in the yard, I can still see some green in the stem, so we did get down into the teens, and so I'm hoping it'll come back. But I'll always keep a pot or two in the inside, so I make sure that I have a fresh start to it. That was the way I've done with the fig trees up until this year, and I was just getting so many and so overwhelmed, and kind of had my bubble busted with dreams of my daughter ever turning it into a nursery business, but things are as they are. God, I need to do something with a bunch of damn pineapples. If you ain't never walked into a pineapple into the dark or stumbled into one when you was drunk, which I don't really get drunk, get a good damn buzz sometimes, but things are as they are. Anyway, folks, that's my day. Been having a really nice one. Blessings all.